Hello and welcome to LoreDump with me, your host Cole, and with me as always is Jared.
Hi.
And we're returning today to do part 2 of Resident Evil Monsters in this edition of BioHazard Month. And since Resident Evil Monsters is taking 2 episodes, we are no longer doing the movies. We'll put them into a different thing, and we'll get to them later because we can always do the movies. We can always find an excuse to do the movies. We can't find an excuse to talk about more dumb Resident Evil monsters. Can we, Cole?
I could. I wish we never find a reason to do the movies.
But they're so stupid, and I'm the one doing them. You just get to hear me shit on them for like an hour.
Here's my suggestion. I watched the first one, I watched the last one, and I fill in the rest with my imagination.
I will be completely transparent here and say we've already tried to do this episode, but due to some technical errors, we have to redo it. So completely transparent here. However, I will note that since you are lacking my first impression with some of these fucking idiots, you will get me more analytical side for a lot of this.
Also, we should mention that we don't have any footage of 5.
Yeah, that's the next thing I was going to get into is fuck Resident Evil 5, fuck Steam, and fuck Capcom. Three things all go hand in hand. So Resident Evil 5 was made for Games for Windows Live when it was launched for PC, and if anyone knows anything about PC gaming, you know Games for Windows Live no longer exists.
It's also a piece of shit.
It was also bad when it was first started, but so games for Games for Windows Live have not all been adapted to work without it. What case in point is Resident Evil 5 has not received a patch or an update to make it work without Games for Windows Live. So when it tries to load through that, it just automatically crashes.
Yep.
There was a fan patch that was taken down about a month ago, which is hilarious in retrospect, but that doesn't make it better to me. Just because a fan fixed it doesn't cover up the overwhelming flaw of the fact that you sell a game
work
for $30. They sell it for $30, don't they?
Yeah, it's $30. I bought it on sale at least.
Yeah, we both got it on sale. I mean, I've had it for years, I'm pretty sure. But we got it on sale, and it fucking just doesn't work. And if I buy a game, I expect it to work.
And I began Googling fixes, and people were saying you have to install this and do that. You got to go into the directory itself, or you had to go and get a different Games for Windows Live key.
Made by Capcom, right? Had to be made by Capcom.
Yeah, so it had to be Street Fighter 5.
4. Street Fighter 5 was never made for game. Yeah, 4. Or Devil May Cry.
Or Street Fighter X 2 S.
Street Fighter Alpha. But no, so you had to do that. You had to take the code from that game, so that game would never work again, and put it into the file ask for the key for Resident Evil 5 to get it to play. And that's just stupid. So we didn't do that. I'm not going to play the game by myself. And so if you do see Resident Evil 5, if you see Resident Evil 5 footage, it is me playing it by myself and hating my life because the AI in that game is so fucking stupid.
Yeah.
And
this game is a demonstration of DRM gone wrong.
Yeah. Our original plan was to live stream us playing together, but that never came to be. So enjoy probably more RE2 Remake because I enjoyed that game a lot more.
Or 7. Or 3. I have a whole thing of 3 or 1 or 0.
But my main point of this is if you're selling a game Steam, please try your hardest to make it, compatibility match it so that any system can run it. If I buy a game on GOG, I can it can be a game made in 1988 and they can make it run on my computer, which is brand new.
Which is fucking amazing.
Yeah. Whereas if I buy a game on Steam, I might have to install 7 things just to get it to run. That game came out a decade ago. What the fuck is that, Steam?
Yeah.
That's the rant to begin this. So to begin it, fuck Resident Evil 5, fuck Capcom, fuck Steam. I love Steam, but fuck Steam.
Yeah. The only thing preventing GOG from putting stuff out is licensing fees.
Yep. So if you want to support a better game hosting thing, buy some games from GOG. They're better. Anyway.
Yeah, so want to get into Resident Evil 5?
Yeah, onto the topical bit of this. Resident Evil 5, the enslaved black people call.
Yeah, so When they made RE5, they decided, well, we gotta enslave some black people.
So like I said, I'm gonna say this right. There are some parts where they did African people decently. You know,
Yeah.
they depicted them in more normalized situations than a lot of American media does. There's some things that they did as fucking racist as shit. As there's the fucking tribal warrior with the spike shield.
Yeah,
No.
they all live in a swamp.
Well, that's actually pretty well based off of what a lot of West Africa is.
Yeah.
So that's
But
pretty topographically accurate. Or the fucking grass skirt wearing dude.
they're
They put them
goddamn.
in tribal warrior stuff instead of normal clothes because
Also,
Africans wear normal clothes.
why don't they give them guns?
I know they got bows and arrows and spike shields and clubs. It's
Yeah,
fucking kind of offensive. And then they
yeah.
got token white people in the game, right, Cole?
Yeah, because Capcom fucked up and they people had so much backlash to just you're just killing a bunch of black people, so they put in token white people. I mean,
Yeah, it's fucking stupid.
the whole situation was dumb.
Like I don't understand what people were mad about, but also Capcom, if you're going to depict black people, just do it more tastefully than you did. I forgot to start the timer, so I'm adding 5 minutes to whatever it says. Anyway, yeah, it's bad. Also, the enemies are just kind of meh.
Nah. Yeah, they got predator mouths.
Yeah, they're just not as good as the Lost Plagueis from fucking 4. They feel. I
It
don't
feels
know.
weird. It's too bright.
I don't mind, right? Because I always thought the idea of zombie outbreaks only being at night is stupid. No, they happen during the day too, right? That's why I really love the day levels of Left 4 Dead 2.
I think what it is, it's during the day, but it's so fucking washed out.
Yeah, it's so desaturated. All the colors have lost all their hue.
So that so if it was like during the day and if it wasn't this fucking dim bullshit.
Yeah, if they actually saturated colors properly, gave the sky a blue, made the black people not gray, because that's another thing. The black people in this game are gray. Like a lot of them are, and I'm like, why are they gray and not brown? It doesn't make sense.
It's so weird.
Yeah,
They look like Gray Hulk.
yeah, it makes no sense to me. I really dislike a lot of games made around this time. A lot of them desaturate colors, and it's kind of disgusting.
Playing through Gears of War 1 through 3 is amazing.
Yeah, because you're like, oh, okay. So this game's a tan and white mess. Got it. And then the next game you're like, oh my god, there's shades of brown. Holy shit. The next game you're like, the sky is blue.
That's blue. That's a blue flag, Jared. That's blue.
There's green. The ground has green on it. Cole.
It's green.
Yeah,
Or like Fallout 3 in New Vegas, how Fallout 3 had a green tent and Fallout New Vegas had an orange tent.
It was just the style of the late 2000s, and I never liked it. I mean, even Oblivion does it to an extent too. Desaturates a lot of their colors, and it's just like
stupid.
if the original Castlevania taught us anything, it's that no matter what your game is, a saturated, well done color palette can make it look great.
Yeah. Anyway, look at this Silent Hill motherfucker, Jared.
Yeah, the knockoff pyramid head here.
Yeah, he's got a sack over his head, and I can't exactly tell his skin tone.
He's like Pyramid Head fights Fuck the Executioner from The Evil Within. So he doesn't actually have skin. Like those are gloves.
Are those gloves?
Those are gloves. Yeah, look, they're attached to the top. He's supposed to be like a butcher, and they're supposed to be like butcher's gloves.
Oh, the top has like stitching, like
Yeah.
scar stitching. Okay.
Yeah, so those are gloves. I have no idea.
He's a worse chainsaw man.
Yeah, he is. It's like they took the Chainsaw Man and like, well, we gotta make him giant now and wield a hammer. Why is he wield a hammer, Cole?
Because Africa isn't advanced enough for chainsaws, Jared, obviously.
Stupid. It's stupid.
Like, he fills the same combat role.
Yeah, the same exact thing. You could have just been a Chainsaw Man. And a Chainsaw Man is better because it doesn't have like that knockback. Because this guy will knock you on your ass like 3 times, then kill you. Whereas the Chainsaw person could just randomly decide to cut your head off.
Which was terrifying.
Yeah, this guy has an instant kill, but it only happens if you're on the ground. If I remember correctly, it's where he swings the hammer at your head on the ground.
Yeah, it's just...
It's also undodgeable.
Oh, that's fun.
Because you don't have a ground dodge in Resident Evil games.
Then we got the cave troll. Old man troll.
Yeah, there's a soldier hanging from his dick.
I never noticed that.
Why
I
is there a
never.
soldier just
Cause
blowing him
he,
stuff?
I think he's like supposed to be a BSAA agent.
Yeah, I understand what he's supposed to be because he killed Alpha. This is what killed Alpha Team in the game,
Yeah.
right? Because
So
you
we're
go back to meet Alpha Team. What?
oh, we're not Alpha Team.
No,
This
this
is reversed Resident
no,
Evil
no, no.
1.
Sorry. Originally, no, sorry. This isn't what killed Alpha Team. This is what killed Delta Team. The
Ah,
Ouroboros killed Alpha Team. This killed Delta Team. So that's supposed to be a member of Delta, I guess. Has skulls and just that guy. But this is the greatest example of the fact that they just desaturated all the colors because you can't fucking tell where the skin ends and the beard begins.
I really can't. Like, this is his neck like just connected like that?
Yeah, that's just how his neck is. There's no shading on his neck properly either. Like he has shading in like his shoulder regions, right, and underneath his arms. But if you look at the neck, there's no shading to tell you that neck goes in then out again.
Yeah.
Because that's how they look. If you look in RE4, they have the shading there, right in the little crook of the neck there that shows like it goes inward first and then pops back out. I don't know. Like the PS3 could handle better graphics than this. The Xbox 360 could handle better graphics than this. So why is this the graphics?
Why are the textures so bad?
Yeah, like what's also like his scarring has no depth.
Yeah.
You can tell it's just superficially scratched on. I mean, he has what, three? He has three plagueis inside of him, right?
I think 3 or more.
Yeah, and then
I think he has more than the other one.
okay, you shoot him and they all pop out. You don't gotta kill them individually, which would have been a cooler idea than just damaging them all as a unit. I don't know. We still have to debate whether or not this is one dude that they just shove multiple plagueis in, or giants just exist in this universe.
Giants just exist, Jared.
My argument was, if you can just shove multiple plagueis and make this, then why not just make everyone this? Why have the normal dudes? It doesn't make sense.
Well, are they controllable?
I mean, clearly they are. They had this one kill Delta Team.
I guess. I fucking guess.
I hear a train going through your office, Cole. You okay?
No! No! It's like Inception, Jared.
On to the dumbest fucking thing. Oh my god. Ricardo Irving.
Oh yeah, he injects himself with a Las Plagas and immediately becomes a fucking giant sea monster.
When we say immediately, we mean it happens and then the transformation. He talks for like, I think like it's a 7-second talking sequence where he blames someone else and then he becomes the giant sea monster.
It defies the laws of everything.
Like,
Conservation of energy.
Like just take a look at fucking 4, right?
Yeah.
The village chief, Krauser, Sadler. They all had Las Plagas in them for years or a year. And
Yeah.
then they chose to transform. This guy just instantly, like, did he inject a fully grown Plagas into him?
Yeah, well, all the Las Plagas in 5 are fully grown. That's why they don't take as long to infect.
Yeah, but like, how does he inject one that big into him?
I don't know.
He would have to inject the thing at the size of which. Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
The needle would have to be like a turkey baster.
It'd have to be bigger than that, man. Yeah, whatever. It's stupid. Okay. The Reapers.
Oh yeah, big cockroaches that were infested with Ouroboros.
Yeah, these play just like the fucking bugs in 4. They're annoying. And I forgot to mention this in the bugs in 4. Bugs in 4 suffer from the same problem as fucking birds in Resident Evil games, whereas everything comes from you at the same level as you for the most part, right? Very few things hit you from above. So when they do hit you from above, you feel cheated out of that hit. You feel like you just took a hit. Well, granted, these guys make noise. And when they're in a closed corridor and you have directional headphones, you can kind of hear them. But like when the game came out, most people didn't have directional headphones. And even if you did, I don't think the PS3 supported directional headphones.
It did?
Not at first. I think they patched it in. When the Turtle Beaches started releasing, better surround sound headphones as they came in,
Okay.
Because they didn't want to, like, part of the problem is sometimes software overshoots the tech, you know what I mean?
That's true.
And I think Sony's always been kind of big on making sure they don't overshoot the tech with what they can include in their designs and patching up to tech, because that way you don't design software for something that never gets used or made or popular.
Well, HD DVD.
I mean, yeah, there's your example right there. Right? Imagine if Xbox One came out with an HD DVD drive and they're like, well, HD DVD failed, so whoops.
Oopsie.
The reason I use Xbox as an example is because Sony owns the licensing rights to Blu-ray and owns Blu-ray's design. Just
So Xbox has to pay every
had to
time
pay.
they make a...
It came up last year.
Yeah.
So now
did it?
Yeah, now they're finally free to just make games. But every single time they produced a game with Blu-ray on it, had to have the Blu-ray logo. Therefore, they owed Sony money. But yeah, these guys are just annoying. They're just an annoying enemy. I never liked them. They look cool, but I never liked any of the bugs. Oh, this dumb fucker.
The UA, the thing that doesn't look like anything. You don't even see it transform out of anything. It just looks like that.
Yeah, it just shows up and is that it has 4 hook legs that hang above and 4 walking legs that hang below, and it just appears. They summon it, it appears. I think it's a perfect example of why top-down design fails sometimes.
I don't.
So in top-down design, you start with, the smallest bit of it, which in this instance would be the look, right? And then
an artist came forward, was like, "Hey, check this out," and the dude's like, "Cool."
And then the next level down would be like, okay, what's the boss fight like? What's the fight with this thing? What mechanics? How are you going to interact with how the fight's going to go, right? The next thing is going to be where, right? So you got the who, you got the what. Now you need the where and when, right? So that would be the next biggest chunk. How do they get to this point? What leads up to it? The build up to it? Why does it happen specifically at this point? And then you have the why, right? This game thing has no why. They didn't build the base of the pyramid down. They got to where and when, which has no build up. It just appears. You don't have any inkling that things coming. I think Jill just summons it. No, it's bitch's name I can't pronounce. I can never pronounce her name. The West African leader of Tricell.
Ah, right.
She summons it on you, and it just happens. So the where and why is because the game said so. So there's no build up to it. The where and when. And then the boss fights just says simple run around and shoot at thing. So even that. So they just said the design's cool, throw it in. And it's why top-down design can be fine. You can design things top-down. But if you don't go all the way down to the base and don't build every level equally, it doesn't work. And this boss fight, while he looks cool in some respect, he's fucking terrible.
Guess. Not really.
It's a cool idea. I mean, he could have a lot of cool premises. Like, imagine if you had to shoot his hook so he fell, right?
Yeah.
And then he exposed the top part's his weak spot, right? So he hangs up there to hide it.
Okay.
Right? That would be cool, right? That'd be an interesting boss fight.
Next.
But it'd be more interesting than just shoot at it.
Yeah. Don't you just shoot at it?
Yeah. Stretched Armstrong.
Yeah. So at the end of the game, you crash into a volcano, preventing Albert Wesker from destroying the world.
Yeah. He was going to drop Ouroboros bombs.
It doesn't... I've never understood the why.
Of why he's doing that?
Yeah.
I don't know. Hey, he's insane. I don't fucking know. He takes his sunglasses off.
He takes his sunglasses off, he grabs a helicopter, you shoot him with a rocket, a la RE tradition.
2 rockets. You and Shiva have to shoot him simultaneously with a rocket each.
Well, of course, it's co-op, Jared.
While he's holding the helicopter that has the rockets mounted on it.
And then, after he dies, he leaves behind many, many, many illegitimate children.
At least 4 that we know of, right?
4,
we got
maybe a sister.
So we got Jake, we got the other 2, and we got the one from the side game.
I think he's a clone, so there might be more. Just yours. I hate all of them. I hate Wesker. I hate him.
So you don't hope that the show is canon?
I don't care. I don't care.
Maybe their face shape will resemble Wesker better, Cole, than Jake Mueller's did.
I hate you.
Your face shape looks familiar.
Let me drain your soul a little bit.
Oh God!
With some these.
I forgot how stupid these things look.
Jared, look at the one on the right. It's an ant.
It's 2 ants popping out of its fucking head. Okay, so we recorded this episode last night, right?
Yeah.
And then we came up with a theory while talking about this last night. Okay, yes. The recording failed. I then Googled to see if my theory was right, and I was. So I'm going to say it. So the virus in 6 is the C virus or the chrysalid virus, and they found out that if you splice DNA into it, you can create amalgamation transformed versions of the infected.
A la the kids' book, Animals.
Animorphs, Cole.
Animorphs, yeah.
But like they don't transform, they just have malformations in this case, whereas in their head is fucking bugs. And it's the stupidest looking thing. They have
One's just bee butts.
one's just 2 bee stingers with like a sack on its back.
How does it help it fight?
It doesn't.
Wouldn't it be so top heavy?
Oh, none of these would be good. Like fucking Ant-Man would be off balance all the time. The only 2 that might be threatening are the 2 with the bitey heads.
Also, like, can they see?
Cole, you're asking the wrong person here. I did not design 6. Also, we discovered this, that every single enemy in 6, like all the base enemies, have the same exact model.
Yeah.
They just altered the same base model of some white dude. The Ruka, the arm mutations.
They are mutations. One of them's a centipede.
Yeah, one of them is legitimately just a centipede hanging off the arm.
But, I mean, the other 2 kind of make sense. I think that's a mantis arm?
Yeah.
I can't
the
tell.
shield arm is good. Like, it's a good defensive thing.
I get that. I understand that.
What is it from, though? Is it like a beetle wing?
Look, maybe it's just a bunch of beetles.
There's a bunch of beetles. I mean, granted, there's a beetle for everything, and I can't say I know every beetle by things. But these guys just like, the arms are so big they drag them around, and they don't really look threatening.
No, they
have this Asian face paint on this fucking white dude.
God.
They change the color of his pants sometimes, and sometimes take his boots off. Oh, here's the leg mutations, Cole.
I love them. Look at the Spider-Man.
Why is he upside down? I forgot to answer that yesterday.
I don't know.
So there's a
but
spider
why Butterfly Man? Well, Butterfly Man kind of makes sense.
Butterfly Man is flying, Cole. He is flying when he's doing that. So he has butterfly wings for legs, and they can flap and he can fly. I don't know what this reverse leg fucker is. Like what his bottom
leg man.
It's like, what bug has reverse legs? Like a lot of them do, but what bug can stand on 2 reverse legs?
None. They all have like 6.
At least the one with armored legs looks like he was designed like he was meant to be tougher in a region.
Yeah. Well, I like Spider-Man because he's doing a flip for show.
I think this would be a good a good time to comment on their fucking eyes. They have like 5 eyes for some reason, because that's like the mark of the C virus. You know,
it reminds me of the G virus, but G kind of made more sense.
Yeah, and G mutated eyes. This thing just like, now you have 5 eyes on your face. Ha 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 ha. And
you got butterfly wings in the worst position.
No, next one's the worst position.
Oh yeah, the Tilo, or from the torso.
So
look at it flap.
So we got one that's torso is just larva sacs. I don't know what. I think it's probably like a bomber or something, right? It explodes.
Yeah.
They have one that has an armored torso. That's a good design, right? But then there's one whose torso is a butterfly. And not even like a normal butterfly. It's like he's like sideways. And
it's like, you know how superheroes are like fairies? What if the fairy wings came out of the front?
Right?
The worst place.
It's so bad. It's the worst possible fucking thing. Like, I get what they're going for, right? They're like, well, it could happen anywhere. It could be random, you know? Anyone could have bug parts anywhere. But like, why? Why bugs? What's this obsession with bug parts in this game?
They're spooky.
Right? Like, you could have easily gone with fucking lizards or something. Like, imagine like if you could give someone ant skin and scale it up to human size, they'd be unkillable. So I mean, that would work, I guess.
Why not a lizard man?
Yeah, lizard people,
like
more hunters. You know, that'd be cool.
Like the Spider-Man 3 video game.
I hate you. Oh god. Oh god.
These fucking wannabe G.I. Joes, and I looked it up, Jared. I looked up on the Wikipedia. Apparently, these fucks have access to 2 aircraft carriers, a submarine, and several attack choppers.
Why? Why?
Because they're evil. I think they also might own that underwater base.
I think, yeah, maybe. That'd be fine. That'd actually make sense.
Yeah, so they're part of the whole organization and the terrorist group.
I think these guys remind me of the Killzone cover for Killzone 3.
I've never played. I don't know.
Just the cover picture, man. Just the cover picture of the dude wearing a mask with glowing eyes. It says
You know
Kill
what?
Zone
You're
3.
right. It kind of reminds me of Metal Gear Solid, but like the thrown out ideas that
Yeah, they called up
they threw
Konami.
out,
I'm like, yo, give us the shit you don't want to use in
he
MGS4.
threw he threw it out the window, and it landed in their lap, and like, oh
Landed in Capcom's dumpster.
yeah.
And Capcom was like, deal. We got this. Don't worry, guys.
I don't get it.
Yeah, it
They
doesn't.
don't look. They have like an owl look to them, kinda.
They look antagonistic to like everything that Resident Evil does. You know, Resident
Yeah.
Evil is supposed to be heavily grounded in reality. Okay, I got to this later on last time, but Resident Evil makes a lot of characters that end up being antagonistic to the world they want to make. 'Cause they want to be grounded in this reality. They want to have this realism, like it's a virus, it could go anywhere. And then they create shit like this, shit like the El Gigante. You know,
Like it started out as like a zombie, and we can suspend our disbelief for zombies.
yes.
You know, and when you push it too far without explanation or build up or anything.
Or just thinking out the why and the lead up to it. Because if you lead T leads really well into C, right? Which
Yeah.
does not lead any bit well into Las Plagas, right? That's where the first gap happens, right? Is between C and Las
Yeah.
Plagas. That's where you kind of got to relearn it, right? And re-establish it, which they did. 4 reestablishes quite well.
Yeah,
Right.
they established what Las Plagas was, why, when, how.
Then 5 goes, okay, we got Las Plagas, but also we got this shit called Ouroboros. And that's where they lose you,
Like,
right?
with Las Plagas, I was there throughout the whole game, and Ouroboros, I barely, like...
There's like 6 enemies with it.
Yeah, I barely understand it.
And like it's one of those things that's just like I don't understand why you threw this in here when you already had a decent enough enemy in the Las Plagas 2. You didn't have to kill off Wesker in 5. I don't know why they felt the need to do that. You could have killed him off in 6 and made it like more climactic where he tried to infect the whole world with Las Plagas, his version of it, helping Trisol. You fight the Trisol thing that becomes the giant blob, and that's the last boss. That would have been fine. You know, Wesker escapes, as he always does.
Yeah, I'd be fine. I'm fine with them burning.
But like by throwing in more viruses and not giving them enough explanation, you're removing our ability to suspend disbelief, and also you're just throwing in dumb shit, which we'll get
This
to in a
game
second.
is the fucking buffet of dumb shit.
Like programmable virus is fucking stupid. You shouldn't be able to make a doppelganger Ada Wong because you can inject her DNA into the virus and then inject that into someone. They emerge from a chrysalis as Ada Wong. That makes no sense.
Man, it sounds like some people I went to school with tried to write a science fiction book.
Right? Like it sounds like someone who had no idea about science wrote sci-fi. We're gonna get to the dumbest ones now, Cole. Ready to get to the dumbest ones?
Yeah, you ready for the Orgor man?
The Agra Man.
Yeah, it's Cerebian. Cerebin? Cerebin.
Serbian.
Serbian. Sorry.
So I'm not gonna spend too much time on this dude. He looks stupid. He's drippy for some reason. For some odd reason, he has no like in between. He has no skin covering up the in betweens of his muscles, so he just has skin directly over his muscles. So you see the hip strands, you see the wrist strands, which makes no sense. And like, is that a spine or a tube, Cole?
Tube. I'm going with tube this time.
You said tube last time too.
They don't know that.
I do. And all the little holes in him just kind of make him feel like he's decaying. And
Or
then
he's
look
got
at his
body
fucking
dysmorphia.
hips. Look at his fucking hips, Cole.
Would he be able to walk?
I'm guessing he's like super strong, but if his body was regular strength, he'd be way too hunched forward. He'd probably snap the lower end of his spine.
Honestly, his hips might be too fucked up to walk.
If you also look how his legs protrude forward like that, that's not normal. I don't fucking know.
It looks like El Gante.
Just
Yeah.
shitty.
Yeah.
Anorexic elegante. Oh god, knock off Dead Space Enemy, Call.
Oh yeah, it's a rip-off Dead Space enemy that's supposed to dismantle.
What's his name, Cole? Say it for me.
Raska Lapenge.
Why did you say it? It's a J. Rasklapange, Cole.
Yeah, Las Kapenge.
Rasklapanja. It's Serbian, right?
Yes, they're all
Ras
Serbian.
Rasklapanja. Because in
Maybe.
Serbian, the J is still pronounced J. Anyway, it has leeches, Cole. What's with
Yeah.
Resident Evil and leeches? I have a serious question about that.
They're spooky. Have you never seen the King Kong movie where they fell onto the pit and then they get surrounded by bugs and leeches and they get ate?
I have, Cole. But I don't know. It'd be like me asking, like, why? It's being the answer to like, why is there a snake enemy? To be like, have you seen the Indiana Jones things where he falls into the pit? He's like, snakes. Why is it always snakes? Like, what? Like, it doesn't answer the question.
I mean, Dead Space did this enemy way fucking better.
Okay,
He
so
looks spookier and everything.
from a look standpoint, right? I don't mind this, but I mind this look in Resident Evil. One, if you look at all the other enemies we've been looking at, right? This looks like none of them, right?
Nope.
It looks distinctly different. Two, you're in a game that's not as dark as it should be. It has really shiny fucking textures, which pisses me off.
Is that just a problem with this generation or just this game?
Just this game. 6 came out in, 2012? 2013? So it's just this game. If you look at other games from the same time, they're not that shiny.
Yeah.
So really shiny textures on this guy make him a lot less scary. Really shiny textures around him make him less scary. Like, if this was the antagonist of an indie game in the Unreal Engine,
Yeah.
it'd be great. Fucking terrifying. I would run from this shit, you know? But it's just not that scary, especially in such an open game, because Resident Evil 6 is pretty open for the most part, like how like the corridors are and whatnot.
I can't wait for you to play more.
I hate you.
So
I gotta go find some more enemies anyway. Anyway, what's next?
We got the Messick.
Oh,
And according to the wiki, he's a bird-human hybrid.
okay. So this is what I mean by the virus is programmable.
I hate it.
They turn the person into a bird.
Do you want to be a bird, Jared?
No, but I don't understand what the thought process behind this.
What's wrong with injecting it into a bird? Why do we have to turn people into birds?
So I think the thought process is like, because the humans are controllable and have thought, then turning them into that could make the brain means the brain is still human, so therefore the bird is now controllable and has thought. And maybe the bird wouldn't be smart enough.
Yeah, the bird can do more complex tasks, but honestly, probably not.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense to me. It never did. And like I tried to do some research to understand more about 6. And
do you understand it now?
No, I just got more confused. And this guy is one of the biggest reasons why I'm confused. Like these things, the programmable virus. I understand the concept. The concept works, you know. Concept makes sense. In a different game, it would be better. But in 6, it just takes the already thing and stretches it way too far. You started off with this virus that turns people into animals and that they're controllable, and we use them now to form a super smart demon animal army. That would be a cool game, but that's not what 6 is about.
Jared, if I turn a man into a pig, then eat the pig, am I a cannibal?
Yes. Anyway, let's talk about what should be the enemy of a sci-fi horror game and not Resident Evil. Chaos. Oh, he could have been so much cooler.
Like, I like his skull. I love the see-through bit.
Yeah, if he was in a sci-fi horror game, like say as an alien. Oh god, it's happening again. So Chaos would look really cool in a sci-fi game.
Yeah, I would. I really like its see-through skin.
And if he was like a fucking alien, more so than a person, it'd be even cooler.
Oh, if the skull was like an alien skull?
Yeah.
That'd really
And his whole skin was like see-through, and he didn't have like normal structure, like there was no heart or anything like that.
Yeah, you can like see his muscles move in space. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, and he was the size of like, I don't know, like visible from outer space, you know?
Yeah.
Awesome enemy. Would love it. In this game though, he's supposed to be a person.
What?
Yeah,
What?
He's like a transformed person or group of people or something.
I don't.
It's fucking stupid. It's like, it's one of those things you're like, what? We got animal people, now we got giant saggy nipples, clear skinned people.
I don't understand.
And all the tentacles, and it's just stupid. Also, his name is stupid.
What is his name supposed to be?
It's just Chaos. It doesn't stand for anything. It's chaos without the C. Yeah. Next.
We got Bone Chainsaw Man.
We're poll. Is this more Evil Within or more Silent Hill? I say Evil Within. Cole says Silent Hill.
Yeah, I'd say Silent Hill. Maybe the later Silent Hill games, not the good ones.
Like maybe 3. I guess the coloring is because 3 always kind of. I mean, my Silent Hill always feels like sticking to like one color palette. You know,
Yeah.
1's a lot of whites, 2 is a lot of grays, 3's a lot of reds, like rust color red.
Yeah, what's 4?
They stopped after that. And
Oh.
Score has a lot of like blues in it, like darker, deeper blues, but they kind of stopped the palette thing and they started trying to recapture what made Silent Hill 2 good. But this isn't the Silent Hill episode, Cole. This is the Resident Evil Monsters episode, which
Well,
this thing saw is stupid.
Tell Capcom to stop making Silent Hill creatures.
Like, okay, so I don't quite like this looks like it'd be an enemy from the fucking Rev 2, not from 6.
Like, I don't. So it's maybe 2 bodies on top of one another.
Yeah, I think the thing popping out his head is supposed to be insects. Is there a heart inside the rib cage for the bone saw?
You know?
By the way, that's the thing. By the way, it's called a bone saw, and it's a saw made out of bones. That's the whole joke of this enemy. I don't know if you understand.
I mean,
that,
it
Cole.
looks like a bone saw.
It's cool. Like the weapon's cool. If it was just some dude holding it, I would like it a lot more.
Yeah.
Like why limit your thing by giving him a weapon that is an arm that is a weapon? Like that doesn't make it better.
I think we're getting to the problem of Resident Evil in that it has to be grounded, while Evil Within and Silent Hill are not.
Yeah, they're very cerebral, mental things that can have fantasy elements to them. Whereas in Silent Hill was like they went to a mansion and found zombies. It was really grounded in a realistic sci-fi base.
Yeah.
Whereas in this where Silent Hill and Evil Within are grounded in this. Hey, it's in someone's head, or it's in your own personal house, so anything can happen, and we decide what it is, which makes this make more sense. Whereas in also.
Would Dead Space be able to pull this off?
I mean, yeah, because you have aliens, and aliens could do more than just people.
Yeah.
But you know what? I fucking know what this is, Cole. I know what this is.
What is it?
This was supposed to be an enemy in Devil May Cry, but they fucking stole it.
Really?
I'm guessing. It looks a lot like the marionettes from Devil May Cry. If you just change a little bit about it, give it a full head, give it like a dress, and the weapon's a bone saw. It looks a lot like the marionettes.
I could see it being from hell.
Yeah. I'm just saying. To me, it looks like one of the boss marionettes from Devil May Cry. And they just stole it and changed it to make it look zombie-esque. Also, these aren't even zombies at this point, by the way. They're just living people.
Yeah.
Like, they stopped being zombies, too, which is fucking stupid.
Now we got this stupid-ass snake called the... Elzuga.
Why do you pronounce J's as G's, Cole? Pronounce my name.
Yeah.
Garrett.
Garrett.
Eluzija. Eluzija.
So this started as a fucking human.
Yeah, this is the programmable virus again, and this is how stupid it can become, right? Like, yeah, we had a dude, and now he's a snake, and that just makes no sense.
Like, why not just inject it into a snake?
Yeah, like I don't get it. If you want a giant guard snake, just get a giant guard snake. Don't transform a dude into a giant guard snake. Also, like, he has way more teeth than he needs, which is part of the malformations. Like, he has like these pockets of skin, which make no sense. And then like, I don't quite get what the goal is, but as I said, at least his eye makes more sense than the other one.
Yeah, it's not too big.
I mean, too small. The other one was way too small.
Oh.
Do you remember the other one from yesterday? It was like the two little dotty eyes from Zero.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, God.
And now here's my favorite enemy from 6. The shark that was once a boy. That explains why he has 4 sets of fins. What happened to this dude's arms and legs?
I don't know.
Like, so his arms and legs became fins. Also, his eyes don't make sense. I don't know if I mentioned that yesterday, but his eyes are underneath his snoot.
Yeah.
And the shark's eyes are beside the snoot.
Yeah. What?
It's so bad. Like, it's like also like, what is it supposed to be?
It's supposed to be a shark.
I mean, besides a shark, like, what is it supposed to be, Cole?
A fish.
Just a fish, right? Like,
It's just a fucking fish, Jared.
right? It's just like one of those things that like it kind of doesn't mean anything. It's just like it's one of those things where like this thing looks threatening and cool. Throw it in the game. How? They made a shark out of a person. How? Programmable virus. Cool. And
Hey,
then
Jared,
shark thing.
can we kill a person who made this?
I mean, legally or ethically or realistically. No, yes, yes.
um, so if you design this, please come on the show. That's a
And
full
also,
invitation.
I will make you tea.
We'll make you food. I'll make you ribs.
But yeah, like it's just one of those things where like just because something kind of looks like it could be an enemy doesn't mean you should put it in your game.
I'm gonna give the man like some credit and say that he had like 5 minutes to come up with it.
I don't get it. Next.
Look at this. It's the Ustanak. It means revolution, Jared.
I hate this fucking thing. So it's a CT tyrant. It's a tyrant that had C in it.
And it to wanna be Nemesis, right?
Yeah.
Legitimately.
In the Jake playthrough, it is legitimately just Nemesis. It chases you around the whole thing. He's eventually the final boss fight too.
Yeah.
He's just knockoff Nemesis.
He can replace his other arm with prosthetics.
Yeah.
So, let's be frank, that's just to make it different.
Yeah, he's also he's got the grappling hook so he can be bionic commando. He has this gun that's way bigger than his fucking body, which doesn't make any gosh darn sense.
He has a shotgun apparently.
And he has the drill, so they wanted to make him also feel like a big daddy from BioShock as well, which is just stupid.
Even on his right arm.
Yeah. He legitimately is he's a mix. If you take a Nemesis and mix him with a Big Daddy, you get this shit, and you get zero of the threateningness from either.
Did BioShock 2 come out before or after this game?
I want to say before. Yeah, I want to say it was came out like 2011, didn't it?
I think so.
I don't know.
Feel like it.
I can check it. I have it, but
because they do all these weapons in the fucking game.
Yeah, they do. And it's fucking stupid. I don't know. Capcom was running out of ideas.
This is Capcom's low point, I feel like.
This whole era was probably Capcom's low point, to be honest.
I don't know much about their other titles, but boy, Resident Evil had a down point.
Yeah, I mean, granted, like, what else do they make? They make Devil May Cry. They make
Street Fighter.
But Street Fighter 5 was the worst Street Fighter game, but that's just because it was launched with 8 characters.
Then we had Marvel's Capcom.
Infinite. Maybe now Capcom's at its low point.
I don't know.
Next. Oh, God, no.
Look at these bat ball sacks, Jared. They're called the Okals.
Okay. I'm going to use the exact same example. So these are used to spy.
Yes.
Spy the Ustanak, right, Cole?
Yes.
And my point was, well, okay, so you've seen the movie Predator.
Yes.
And you've seen the movie Predators, right?
Yes.
So that means you know of both the regular Predator, the Jungle Hunter, and the fucking Tracker.
Yes.
So the Tracker uses drones and things to track his enemies, and the Jungle Hunter just fucking did it. Which is cooler?
The guy who just did it.
Yeah, because it makes him seem skillful, right? It seemed like he has the capabilities to just hunt you down no matter where you go, regardless of any other things, right?
It made him seem more intelligent.
Whereas if you give him all these tools, what it does is it belittles the thing itself and gives credit to the tool. Understand what I mean?
It looks stupid, too.
Yeah, it just looks stupid. That's fucking titties. Those are titties. Those aren't ball sacks. Those are titties.
Don't you want to slap these titties?
Never. It just doesn't look cool. Like, it could be used for cool game mechanics.
Yeah, like sneaking around, but...
Yeah, like there could be sentinels, but even then you could just have the Ustanak be in a room and have to sneak past them. And RE6 has 0 stealth in it, so it doesn't matter. I couldn't even stealth in that game if I tried. I don't think there's even a crouch button.
Let's move on to...
There's cover. You can go behind cover. Good game.
The molds people.
Yeah, the molded. The molded are really cool. All of them. I don't think any one of them look bad.
They kind of like fall off the wall and slop over.
And then they climb up like there's no bones in them. They just gelatinate up. It's really cool. There's a few variants. He has the original one up here, which is awesome. All the teeth wrapped in that molded body, just snarling at you. As soon as it pops up, you're like, "What the fuck is that?" He has the Swamp Man up here, which is the one that hunts you down at the end of Zoe. He has the new variant for when Chris is there. But yeah, the molded are just an awesome design, and one of those things where you're like, I don't know how they designed it right. I can't tell you because there's enough there that could have been either way, and that's how design should work. If you do it top down or bottom up, right?
Yeah.
If I can't tell you which way you did it, that's good.
Did a good job.
Yeah, that's how design should be. I can't tell you. Like, I don't know if they started like, hey, there's mold all over those. Well, what if an enemy fell out of that mold, right? You know? Or if I can tell like this thing looks cool. Okay, how are we gonna work it into the game, right? I can't tell you which they did, but either way, it really works in that game, and I'm really happy that 6 was so bad that they had to make 7.
Yeah, 6 was the rise and fall of Capcom. In a weird kind of way.
Because this game is a return to form, a way to take back the survival horror genre for Capcom.
Yeah. They took the idea of Silent Hills and was like, well, gimme.
They're like, okay, Outlast, we see everything you did, but what if you had a gun?
All
right, now we're going to get into 2 more side games.
The ooze, Jared. The secret of the ooze. They're called ooze, by the way.
Why?
Because I think because they can go through the pipes of the ship, so they can appear anywhere.
Did Ivan Ooze make them?
Yes.
So
they can appear anywhere on the ship, so I believe that places you've cleared can be filled back up with enemies.
Well, that's pretty interesting. Why is it called the T Abyss Fire Skull?
It's from the ocean.
So fucking stupid.
I don't know.
Only males become the ooze.
Only males become the ooze. The females become a sea creeper, Jared. And you want to know what a sea creeper is?
It's the next slide, Kroll.
Look at this.
Okay, why the fuck does the picture look like it was from a 70s graphic? I understand why. It's because it's off the fucking... It's a still image off the base screen of the fucking...
I believe it's from the 3DS, which this might have been an award for doing something. You got a nice screenshot and a nice look at it. Kind of like how if you beat like the new RE3 remake, if you do certain objectives, you get like a nice 3D model you can rotate of the Nemesis.
Yeah. It looks like the fucking... It looks... So from Persona, it looks like that one demon guy who's actually like a penis on a chariot.
Why is she have flaps on her eyes?
I don't know. Maybe she's playing peekaboo, Cole. Do you want to play peekaboo? Why the fuck does she have 6 arms and fucking a spine down her throat?
Not sure on that one. That's her rib cage.
That's a spine. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to like look like gills.
Apparently they have their own... what do you think about this big bow?
I just noticed how much it looks like the other half is screaming in pain, like, "Forgive me for this life, my lord! Kill me now if you can!" It looks like he's screaming to the heavens, like, "I did not wish this upon myself!
Smite me!"
Kill
That'd be kind of cool.
If he was just screaming to die while the other half tried to kill you, that'd be a cool enemy, honestly. Yeah, that's an interesting little take. But the leech thing looks fucking stupid. Why does it have 2 like hook things?
Well, the one on our right is like a crab claw.
What's the one on the left? No, I mean the 2 that are attached together on its left arm, on its right arm.
Wow. Crab claws?
No, they're not called.
I don't know what crab claws
maybe it is one giant crab claw, and the perspective and shading is just so bad I can't fucking tell that the front, like, it's supposed to be on top of one another rather than next to each other.
Let's just go with that, Jared. Besides a big club that's supposed to smack that.
It looks like it might open in the middle there, and the shading's just so fucking bad on this image. I can't tell. I can't judge it. It's a DS game. I can't get that angry at it.
Me DS, Jared. The DS game's Deadly Silence.
Time. Sorry, my girlfriend's trying to get the dog. Time for this fucking fish that I have so many issues with.
From Finding Nemo.
One, it has no side fins.
It does.
Cole, that little thing underneath its tail is not a side fin.
I think it is.
It has no side fins, so therefore it can't propel itself because it's not like a shark. It doesn't have enough body length to do the wiggle, you know?
Do you like its chin teeth?
Right? The spikes on the bottom of its teeth. What the fuck's with its, like, extended stomach? But here's the biggest thing, right? Its mouth, right? So, this is... from this perspective of the image we have, which I will be putting in the video version, it has a wide open mouth, right? That
Yes.
goes... and it has all the way back to the fucking jaw point, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then it comes back up, and then it has a more shallow side of its mouth on the other side.
You want to know what this reminds me of?
What?
This reminds me of, like, the Batman 1989 one with, like, the laughing gas. Where you die with a grin.
Yeah.
Doesn't it?
Yeah, it has one wide open mouth out of its mouth, so it can only bite on its left side.
If you get it in the front, you can nibble.
Yeah, I mean, like, but, like, if it's trying to, like, eat the player, though, it has to bite you from the left-hand side. And also, like, how's it attack you? I'm guessing it's underwater only, I mean, which in case it's also stolen from Devil May Cry, so whatever.
I don't.
Devil May Cry has fish that look just like this, that dart at you and bite you.
Then we got the
Barnacle.
The Draghegnazo.
The Dragonazo.
It's a sea crustacean. You can kind of see the barnacles and spikes and, like, the
Does it
crab legs.
walk on the feet?
Yes. I'm
And
assuming
it just slam its arm down at you?
Yeah. It's a slammer.
Yeah, okay. I mean, that's a cool enemy to have in a game where you can free roam.
Yeah.
Gotta think about enemies from also, like, the design point of, like, how you move.
Also on a 3DS, Jared, so.
Yeah, I mean, does the arm slam at me in 3D?
You know, we need to live stream this, it sounds like.
I can't make the... What? Hold up. The stream won't be in 3D, Cole. Huh?
Put on your 3D glasses, everybody.
I put a blue filter and a red filter slightly offset. Let's see if it works. Oh, God, the globster.
The globster! He's a nice big fat nutsack.
It's just a
His
living
name sounds...
testicle.
He sounds like he's a party dude from Futurama.
He sounds like he's like fucking whatchamacallit from Ghostbusters fused with a nutsack.
Slimer?
Yeah, Slimer fused with a nutsack. Why do the teeth go up the curve though? It doesn't make any sense.
He's a cleft palate, right?
He's a cleft lip.
Cleft lip, yeah.
Oh God, that's fucked up. They did this man dirty.
So now we got the Malakanda, Jared.
Oh God, this fucking thing. What is it?
It's a big sea monster.
But like, what is it?
So, a bunch of infected worms got inside the same host, and they made it look like this. According to the wiki, at least.
But like, what is it?
A whale?
Like, it's just like, it's like with this hard worm thing, and then eventually forms this giant upper body thing where the worm body still bites at you, and it has like tentacle arms and like a fucking like hammerhead shark head. Like, I don't get it.
It's like an amalgamation, if you will.
Yeah, it's just the sea bitch. That's what I'm gonna call it.
Yeah, now we're gonna get to the afflicted, Jared.
Rev 2.
Yep. And they're all infected with the T Phobos virus.
What is it called? The T Phobos virus called.
Okay, so the T Phobos virus. Phobos.
Stop
is
hitting your table.
The T Phobos virus. The Phobos is the god of fear,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So when you get injected with the virus, right? When you become scared, the virus activates, and you become this.
I'm going home.
What do you mean you are home?
I'm done with this. Cool, the podcast is over. Do the outro. I'm done. What? Like, when you become afraid and active. What? Huh?
Yes. Fear activates it.
I know your brain releases a chemical when you experience fear, but still, what?
So, literally, this is a jigsaw scenario.
So fucking stupid.
So, you have a wristband on your hand, and it detects how much fear you have, and that's a mechanic in the game. Because you're already injected, Jared.
Oh, no.
And
But, like,
these are the tortured people who were tortured, and they experienced fear, and then they turned.
it's much easier to make someone experience fear. Just make them watch, like, one of those 2004 videos where Jeff the Killer's face pops up at the end. Or the Exorcist girl screams to you. That would scare them.
Yeah. What if you were infected with this, and you just gotta avoid all scary situations from now on?
Just live in a bubble, man. You're fine.
Then we got the
I like the rotten. They're
look cool.
cool. They work.
They're just T-virus zombies, but old.
Yeah, they've just been around for a while, so they started to rot, which makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
I mean, like, we're not going to kill them all. Granted, in my opinion, the Earth should be over at this point. Like, the T-virus should have won.
I mean, according to the movies, Jared.
According to logic. I mean, like, you logically think about it. Even if they bomb the shit out of fucking Raccoon City, if the virus got out and got loose again, like, you know, we just gotta keep blowing up towns.
Yes. You gotta blow up New York because of RE6.
Okay, here's the true Pyramid Head knockoff.
Iron Head.
Even the name. This makes me angry to see him. Like, what the fuck's with the head?
That's like a muzzle. So like opens up and there's a normal face inside.
And do I have to shoot that normal face to kill him?
I have no idea.
Yep.
It's an afflicted, Jared.
Why are they called the Afflicted? What's with the thing stitched into his stomach? Why is he stitched all the way down? Why is there a different stitching and different color to his skin when it gets to his head? What the fuck with the things to support his arms? What the fuck is with the thing to support his one leg? What the fuck is with him?
They were tortured, Jared. By the.
He looks like he's three dudes sewn together. One dude sewn onto another dude's head.
Maybe.
I think he has a tube in his stomach hole. That's not something you torture someone with.
That's how you keep them alive. So you can torture
So what's
them
the
more.
point of this? Are they trying to create an army in Russia or something?
I believe this is closer to Alaska.
Alaska? Is Russia trying to create an army in Alaska? The names are Russian, aren't they?
I don't know. I don't know Russian.
Whatever. Oh no, they're just normal names. Vulcan blubber. Oh my god.
So, that thing on the left there, that shoots a rocket at you.
Why?
Then it's a boss.
They look stupid. Why do they look stupid? Like, Rev 2 was kind of like, I was judgmental, but they at least look, cool for the most part, you know?
Yeah.
They look threatening. Vulcan blubber just looks like this is all Evil Within, right? Rev 2 is straight up Evil Within, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much. It's really getting there.
Like, with the whole fear stuff, and look at the barbed wire wrapped around his fucking head.
Barbed wire? I can't tell.
Yeah, it's barbed wire wrapped around his head. Yeah, they're just getting way too Evil Within with their designs, and I understand it. Like, Cole, read what you said about it.
So this fat tub of shit, I think I might have pulled this from Evil Within. Wait, this is still Resident Evil. God fucking damn it.
That's Cole's exact whole slide on this guy. Like, I don't get it. Like, I understand.
Yeah,
Take from your peers, right? Take from your peers, right? But don't take design elements from your peers when they don't make sense in your universe. Like, legitimately, you have Iron Head, which is if Pyramid Head was made by the team that made Evil Within. You have fucking dudes that have to get afraid to get their fucking things out, which is pretty much how the Evil Within worked, because you had to scare the fucking dude out of his own head. You know? Like, they just stole the Evil Within for Rep 2.
Now we got the Slinger.
Oh, fucking hell. Does the sack just spew shit at you?
I believe underneath the sack is a bunch of heads.
So that's what the holes are for?
So I can see.
But, like, what's with, like, the portholes in it?
so we can see.
What's with the dude it's like attached to? Why are his
Uh,
legs so scrawny? What's with his one arm and his other arm being completely different? It looks like they took the model from G from the RE2 remake, reversed it, and made this.
um. Oh God. Yeah. This is. They brought back the Ouroboros
Yeah,
virus.
what? Why? This doesn't make sense. Why put two viruses in your fucking game?
This I should also mention that Rev 2 was episodic.
Yeah,
So
yes, it was. I hate
I don't
everything.
think that helped.
It doesn't. I don't know why games were doing that for a time, like Alone in the Dark 360, the PS2 Eureka 7 games. There's more. I just can't think of them. Why were games going for this episodic approach with cliffhangers?
The Telltale games kind of made sense.
Well, yeah, it's because they're more chapter based than episodic.
Yeah.
I don't know. Devil May Cry is chapter based, which makes sense because you pick off typically right where you left off from the last chapter, the same exact room. This gives you a chance to save and buy items.
So this whole game's like over the period of like a couple months.
That's lame. Do you play
Now
the
we
same
got
guy the whole time?
Huh?
Oh, God. The dumbest fucking design. He's got a peg leg and a peg arm, and then he has two arms jutting out of the same armhole.
It's got little clamps in the side, Jared.
Yeah, he's got a bunch of shit stabbed into him. He has two heads sewn together.
So
His one ankle is broken.
other hand's upside down. Well, it's probably because they were tortured, Jared, and then
Cole, this was two people sewn together. I don't think you understand that this isn't torture. This is fucking two people being sewn together.
Yeah, of course.
I'm guessing one of their attacks is they spin flip at you and attack you with both their blades.
If they don't, it was a shame. Also, their other foot that's not a peg leg looks like a hoof.
It's broken. Their ankle is broken. You can see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just doesn't look good.
Remember when Albert Wesker thought this would bring about the advanced human race?
Yeah, I mean, this is still the Ouroboros.
Yeah.
What's the point? This looks nothing like the Ouroboros from fucking 5.
The Ouroboros was like tentacles.
It was like these wormy, leechy things that were black and white, and they would form together and make this formidable foe. And then, like, when they got really strong, they would have like something over top of it, or reform, or like a fucking like
No,
strength
you know what they
reinforced
stole
piece.
it from?
What?
They stole it from Halo. They have hunters.
Yeah.
Hunters are that.
Yeah. God
Now
damn.
we got
Capcom cannot make their own enemies. But like,
Now
yeah,
we got-
Ouroboros miss worms, not fucking people.
Oh, look at this bad boy, huh?
What the hell is? Why has it got titties?
Because it was a woman, Jared. It was a woman.
Yes, but like, were they all women? Did only women become this?
Also, why does it have elephant foot?
Why does it have a head coming out of its head?
That's a tumor.
Why does it have a hand coming out of the side of its arm sack?
It bends like that.
What's with the tube pumping blood out of it? What's with the arm coming off of its shoulder? What's with the blade arm? Claw arm?
Yeah.
On the other hand. What's with the reinforcement around her chest to accentuate the titties?
I want to die.
Like, this thing looks bad. It just looks bad. And, like, I hear the Revelation games are, like, some of the better of the newer Resident Evil games.
Yeah, I mean, gameplay-wise, probably.
It's like enemy design matters a lot in an action horror game, you know?
It reminds me of the enemy in Dead Space that explodes with his big arm.
Yeah, it does. Although the fucking slinger reminds me more of that shit.
Yeah. But this one just, like, that enemy had such, like, a big sack of a right arm.
Yeah.
It's even the same arm, actually.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. It's just, like, they're trying to, like, make, like, it says they're passing off creepy imagery and creepy enemy design for...
Scary?
Yeah. Cole wants you to know that if you went to get into a pool splash fight with this enemy, you would lose.
What? That's coming out of nowhere, Jared. Why are you bringing that up?
All the text you wrote in the fucking slide. It talks about being the annoying kid at fucking the public pool, just splashing you with water. Yeah, I remember you, you fucking twat, is what he wrote.
You're a crazy person.
Anyway, to the worst designed enemy in the game.
Let's just say fuck it and let's slap this piece of dog shit together.
It's legitimately half of the enemies merged into one on one pair of legs.
It's got like a hook on the left side there.
Yeah.
Like a straight up hook. It's called the Durga, Jared.
It's got a lot of just random shit thrown on there. The legs would crush, like this thing would just splat on the ground immediately.
It was named after the Hindu god.
Yeah, yes, it was called. It just looks so ugly. I'm burnt out. Why is 6 so bad? Why is Rev 2 have Evil Within monsters?
Why does Rev 2 have the jigsaw enemy?
It doesn't even make sense. No, it doesn't make sense.
Are you excited for 8?
No. I mean, I trust they'll do a good job with 8 because 7 was so good. I'm sure, like, just remake 7, just different, you know?
You excited for werewolf people? Hopefully they fix the hair animations, because if they didn't, it's going to get funky fast.
I mean, hopefully they fix their ability to do mouth tracking.
Mouth tracking and hair animations. Those are the two big things, especially with the RE engine.
Yeah. Why is it called the RE engine, Cole?
Well, it's not based off Resident Evil.
It's because it's the Reach for the Moon engine, and RE is the first 2 letters of Reach.
I hate it.
But like, yeah, it's just like, I trust them to make a good game. I don't necessarily trust them to, like, wow me again. You know what I mean?
It seems like they're going for more of 7, which
Yeah,
honestly,
What?
I think is a good thing.
Yeah.
Seems they said it's going to be more exploration. It's going to be like a whole town this time.
My thing is, though, 7 came so out of left field that it wowed us by, like, the fact that we just weren't expecting it.
Yeah.
Whereas we're expecting 8. We're expecting something big.
This is the RE5 of the RE4.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
And it could be a big letdown, but I trust they'll just make something in the realm of good. I don't think it'll be great. I don't think it'll be the best thing ever made, but I think it will be good.
Yeah. After RE Rev 2, which I believe came out after 6, they swapped the whole track and went off to a different direction.
Yes. And with that,
That's the end.
that's the end here.
That's all I wrote. There's plenty more monsters, but
Yeah, we didn't even talk about the
No.
T-Rex shit. Or the Centaur
No.
monster. There's more
No.
Resident Evil monsters, and we could probably do another 2 hours worth of talking about them if we really wanted to. I could talk about 6 for days. But on that note, there's one more Resident Evil BioHazard month episode left, and that
We'll
is
cover
the
all
ancillary
the-
games,
Yep.
where we
we'll
go
cover
more
all
into depth
the-
about Rev 2, Code Veronica, Survivor,
Dead Aim,
Dead Aim.
Gaiden,
Gaiden.
Deadly Silence.
No, that's just one.
No.
Is there something different about it?
That's a different mini game for swiping.
No. That's like saying the Wii version of RE4 is different than RE4.
That's the superior version.
I hate you. But on that note, are we also doing like the Dark Side Chronicles, Outbreak Files,
Umbrella Chronicles. Oh yeah.
Umbrella Chronicles, Operation Raccoon City, whatever plot it has in
Outbreak.
that. What?
Outbreak.
I said Outbreak Files.
No, you didn't.
I did.
I don't believe you.
I will tell you about it when I edit this. But anyway, so I will note that there will be no podcasts the first week of November.
We're burned out.
We are burnt the fuck out right now. We thought Resident Evil would be fun and easy and just, it'd be a delightful time getting gameplay from all these games and talking about it and playing through them and learning about it. And it's just been a fucking chore. It's been a miserable experience through the most of it. Like playing through 4 was lovely. Playing through 2 remake, lovely. Playing through 1 was fun. As soon as I touched 6, the whole thing that happened with 5, the fact that we still have to play a lot of the fucking side games still, it's just been draining us. And games are way harder for us to do than movies too.
You have to get so much footage.
Yeah, not even just that. You just also have to just do so much more to learn about it. Because a movie, you watch a movie, you're like, oh, I have 17 questions. Let's answer those questions, you know? For a game, we gotta be like, huh, this is 17 hours of experience. What did they miss? You know?
Yeah, I gotta figure out how to play Code Veronica. I still haven't figured that out.
I think I have it. We'll see. But
Okay.
anyway, there will be a video posted the first week of November on the YouTube channel, LoreDump on YouTube. It'll be called Indie Game Club, in which
Yes.
me and Cole play an indie game and talk about it. That's it. That's the whole thing. It'll be about 20 minutes long. If you want to listen to us talk the first week of November, there will still be that on LoreDump on YouTube. And there will also but the back to regularly scheduled programming on the podcast section, as well as weekly episodes of Indie Game Club every week from that forward.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else? Did I miss anything, Cole?
No. No.
It's fucking 3:30 in the morning right now.
I'm so tired. All right.
Anyway,
Bye,
thank
everybody.
you so much for listening. If you can, follow us on any social media. Support us. Catch us on Twitch. We're very active with our Twitch chat. We always want to interact, play games with them, and do fun things. So if you ever want to join us on Twitch, please do.
Yeah.
Twitch.tv/LoreDump. Follow us on Twitter. It's Twitch.tv, Twitter.com/dumplore. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. And as always, we'll see you soon.